Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Worms Marathon. As today's game is a very special game. Beloved and cherished by many, Worms Armageddon is the third Worms and the most popular. So, how did it become a reality? Well, originally the game was meant to be an expansion to Worms 2, but as development went further and further, it became bigger and bigger until it had no choice but to be its own thing entirely. It was also going to be named Wormageddon, but this was changed out of fear of being too similar to Carmageddon. But my question is, does it truly deserve this much cheering and cherishing? Or is it just another Saturn Bomberman? Only one way to find out. This is Worms Armageddon. The one thing that doesn't return from Worms 1 and 2 are the cutscenes. And I really miss those. Sure, in the case of Worms 2, they only played when you opened the game, but couldn't they have done something similar to Worms 1 where the cutscenes were a reward for completing a mission? Oh, speaking of missions, unlike the previous two, you are forced to do the basic training. No ifs or buts. Quite frankly, this is annoying. The way it was done in the first two were fine. Why did it need to be changed? It's one thing if they are forced on you, but it's another thing entirely if they are downright work. And unfortunately, they are downright work. With some of these, they want you to be so precise, but with mouse and keyboard, I can't exactly do that. On top of that, you've got a really strict time limit. What the hell? I'm not kidding when I say I've been struggling for little hours with how picky and strict these trainings are. I don't even think I'll... Wait, whoa, I did it! I did it! I made it! Whoa! But you may be wondering, if the training are that bad, could the missions be any worse? And the answer is yes. Yes, they are. Like, look at what they expect you to do in the first mission alone, going from point A to point B with only girder. Let me repeat that. They expect you to go from point A to point B with only girder. Are you high? And plenty of missions are just like this too. Maybe that's why they force you to do training. Because these missions are ridiculous. These aren't fun, these feel more like chores. That's not what I'm supposed to feel like. But okay, the single player suck, big deal. What about the multiplayer? Well, to be honest, this was way more fun than Worms 2. A lot more weapons have been added, and don't worry, you don't even have to go through those dumbass missions to unlock them. They are already there. So what you get is an even more beefed up, even more cuckoo multiplayer, both local and online. So you can actually get an online match to start up, that is. So yeah, Worms Armageddon is a good multiplayer game, but after a while, even that gets boring. And when your single player is more frustrating than fun, I'd say Worms Armageddon is overrated. If 11 years later, however, a remake titled Worms Reloaded became a thing to presumably cast on to the original's popularity, but who knows, maybe it's better than the original. Is what I would be saying if I was taking a look at Worms 2 Armageddon instead from the Worms collection. I'm doing this since Reloaded is technically an expansion for Worms to Armageddon. But anyway, the graphics are way better. Who can say no to 3D backgrounds? The controls are even better, even if ninja roping has been made a little bit worse. There are way more weapons, meaning you get a lot more opportunities to mess around. The single player is actually the right kind of challenging and not someone sniffing glue. You have so much costumes for your worm, it can be hard to decide, and I like that. But the best part is the multiplayer. Oh boy, the multiplayer. The multiplayer, it is so much more chaotic and fun, you almost swear you're in a Looney Tunes cartoon. It's frantic, it's loony, it's a fun time. And that's on top of the different packs just in solo. This is the definitive version. No ifs, no buts. I know this is an unpopular opinion, but if I have more fun with something, I'll stick with that. Even though it took me so long, I'm already one game down for the marathon. It's overlooked and treated like the middle brother of the franchise. Next time, I'm taking a look at Worms World Party. See you guys there.